bottom of your screen.
Yes, I can.
Pushing and it won't let him come.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, we didn't get a chance to see all your faces just yet, but we'll work on opening up the videos again later on in the call. First, I just want to thank everybody for being a part of what we're doing here tonight. Welcome to our Zoom. So you get an opportunity to hear from us, listen to actually the Xoom Energy team, as they provide you all the information that we did and we went through at the booths, and there was so much excitement around our Game On event in March. We thought we'd recreate a little bit of that excitement in the energy markets, for everyone to take advantage of not only what ACN is doing as a whole, but have a great focus tonight on what we're doing with Xoom Energy. We're actually rolling up to our 10th year anniversary right now. So it is an exciting time for us internally with ACN and the relationship that we've had with Xoom from the very beginning. This was our first foray into the energy market. It allowed us to expand from one city and one state in New York 10 years ago to being in over 18 states and 19 if you count the Washington, D.C., that market in the U.S., plus our provinces up in Canada. And we've become an international company over the last 10 years. We've got a tremendous name, millions and millions of customers, a footprint like no other company out there. And on top of all that, we're ready to really blast into the summer with a lot of different exciting things, not only to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the union of ACN and Xoom Energy, but more importantly, and just as importantly, is to give you all an opportunity virtually as well to get a better understanding of the energy business, the energy markets, where you're at. Tonight, you're going to have an opportunity to not only listen and get additional training and see some new videos and some new concepts and some new things directly from the Xoom Energy staff that a lot of you already know and love. They'll be presenting everything here tonight. But on top of that, we're going to take it a step further and make this interactive here tonight. So if you have questions, you have a chat at the bottom, just type it in. So because of the amount of people that are on here, it'd be too confusing for everyone to be screaming over top of each other. But you can send in a chat if you're Mike from Philadelphia or if you're from Alberta. You know what? I see a lot of great names on here. If you're Charmin from down there in Baltimore, hello there. Or if you're, I see Leanne Gabriel on here from the Washington marketplace. Anybody, wherever you're at, just type in where you're from, so it'll help us know, who you are or where you're calling in from. And you have a great question, it might be related to your marketplace, but just type it into the chat. The chat will be open the entire night. We'll be stopping interact, over the course of time. Our three hosts from Xoom will actually see and read the chats, and they'll actually answer your questions as we go. So we've got a whole lot of segments going on, so you're going to enjoy it. You're going to get a lot. I hope you're ready to not only listen, you have an opportunity to take some notes. And really, we appreciate everyone being here, not only from the U.S., but in Canada as well. This is a North American business. I'm so excited that we have Vince, Jackie, and Amy that are here to participate and have decided to put some time and energy, their energy, into our energy business to help you all create a huge business for yourselves. So learn how to attract and get the business you need here tonight, how to get the energy customers, how to grow your residual income, how to grow your commissions, how to grow your team, how to hit all the different levels in ACN, how to use the point structures. Many of you already know that, but now it's going to be how to finesse what you need to do, what you need to say, and how to actually go out and get those customers yourselves and teach your teams how to do that. So I'll be interactive here with a lot of you here tonight, but remember, these are questions that are oriented towards the energy market, which is why you're here. So focus your questions in that direction, and we'll actually be looking at those chats and making sure that the questions get answered as they come in, as many as we can throughout the course of the evening. So once again, on behalf of ACN, thank you all so much for being here. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn it over to our Xoom hosts. We have Jackie, Amy, and Vince that are going to be running the show here tonight. They'll be interacting with all of you. So make sure that you interact and make sure you get your questions answered and make sure that you're ready to run with us when we're all wrapped up here. So Vince, Amy, Jackie, I'm going to turn it over to yourselves. I think Jackie's going to take the lead here. But Jackie, it's yours. Zoom away, and let's see if we can create it together tonight.
Thanks so much, Mike. We are so thrilled to be here tonight. As Mike mentioned, I'm Jackie. I've been with Xoom since day one, so I've been around for about 10 years, so very, very familiar with ACN. And I think one of the hardest things that we've struggled with this year really is the fact that we haven't gotten to see you guys in person and talk to you. So we were absolutely thrilled when ACN gave us the opportunity to get together tonight and talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. So for those of you who have been around since the beginning, thank you for everything you've done. And for those of you who this may be the first time you're ever hearing from us, welcome. We hope you'll learn a lot tonight. We got a lot of new things to cover. With me tonight, I've got Vince, and if you guys have ever been to one of our booths or seen any of our webinars, you definitely know who Vince is. So Vince is joining me tonight. He's going to walk us through some of our slides and videos and answer some questions. And then I also have Amy here, and Amy is our big business guru. So if you guys have any large customers or customers with multiple locations, Amy's going to be our expert. So she's going to be on here tonight answering questions as well. So Vince, if you're ready, are you ready to jump in and let's start with some slides tonight?
I'd love to. Thank you, Jackie.
All right, let's get going here.
Good evening, everyone. As Jackie had mentioned, and also Mike, thank you for joining us. We are approaching our 10-year anniversary right now with ACN. As Mike mentioned, back in 2011 in July, we launched actually California first, Mike. Then we ventured into New York. And through these 10 years, we've accomplished a lot here. But one thing that I do want to mention, and I think I mention this all the time that we get together, everything that we have accomplished, we've accomplished because of you, the IBOs at ACN. Everything you do makes us a better company. So as you can see here on the screen, over the 10 years, Xoom Energy, in 2015, we made the Inc. 500 list as the 13th overall fastest growing privately held company, the #1 fastest growing private energy retailer, which I'm extremely proud of. But then again, in 2016 and 2018, we received the Retail Energy Provider of the Year. And one thing that I'm extremely proud of, and again, this is all because of you, the IBOs, we maintain a A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. That means a lot when you're talking to your customers and they're asking, who is Xoom Energy? These are just actually a few of many accomplishments that we have over the years that we just love to go ahead and actually show off a little bit.
We know that last one's really important. We understand that when you guys are talking to your friends and family, it's important for you guys to feel confident in the products that you're offering. And we want to make sure that, we're an extension of your business, and we recognize that. And we understand that our success is a direct reflection of the hard work that you guys have done for us. So we want to make sure that you feel confident and comfortable that when your customers are enrolling with Xoom, that they're getting a reputable company. And that's why, that A+ rating is so important to us. And the Xoom team works hard each and every day to make sure that your customers are treated the way that you want your friends and family to be treated. So we get it. We understand how you guys work, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best we can for you each and every day. So thank you for all you've done for us in the last 10 years, and we cannot wait to see what the next 10-year holds for us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, and as Mike also mentioned earlier, we're constantly working with ACN to bring better and bigger products for you guys and any other kind of promos that we might have to offer. But as you can see here, we are in 100 plus energy markets. We have over 95 million potential customers that you guys can go after here. That means it's unlimited to how large you can actually grow your business. There's no limit to you getting to an SVP in record time through the energy sector.
So the big thing here is we are wherever we can go. So if you've got a customer living in an energy choice or deregulated market, we have a product that you can offer them. We know that that's important. We realize that you guys can sell all over the U.S. and all over Canada. And unfortunately, we can only be in certain markets. So we want to make sure we're in as many as we can to give you guys as much opportunity as you can.
Absolutely. And as they do deregulate more states and more markets, believe me, we are there looking to see how we can get our license as fast as we can to go ahead and offer that market to you guys.
So Vince, we've already been asked. We've only been doing this for about 15 minutes now. We've already been asked, when are we going into Florida?
Well, you know what? I would love to go to Florida right now, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Just get out of the house. Right? So, but hey, you know what? There's a lot of, not really a lot, but there's a few states right now that are looking into deregulating. Florida is one of those states. So all I can say is hang on. I mean, eventually, you know, I see choice a very important thing to people. It's like having one grocery store that you can only go to. People want choices. So it's up to the people to go ahead and push their legislators to go ahead and put this on the ballots to vote. And as it's happening there in Florida, unfortunately, it did hit the ballots in Nevada last year. But for whatever reason, it did not pass. People thought that choice was not a good thing for them. So Nevada kind of dropped. There's a little talk in Arizona right now, and maybe a couple of other states that I don't want to really mention.
I think the big thing here is, look, we want to be in as many markets as we can. So as they start to open up, Xoom's going to be looking at those markets, and obviously we're going to be going in there with ACN and you guys. So as markets open up, we'll be looking at that, and we'll let ACN know. Right now, we don't see anything on the horizon, but like Ben said, things change all the time. So Lorraine from Jacksonville, Florida, thank you for your question. We appreciate it. Hey, Vince, you want to talk a little bit about who we can service with our products?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have products for any customer out there right now. We can service your residential homeowners. We can service small businesses. And outside of Ontario right now, unfortunately, and we are working on that, we can also service large businesses as well. So we can go ahead and customize a quote for your large businesses. We have a ton of small business products and plans to offer your small business individuals that you know, and of course all your friends and family that have homes there. So there's a lot of products that we do offer to a lot of individuals. And I'm sorry, I'm constantly getting pinged here. But yes, these slides will be available on ACN Compass, and also this recording will be available to you guys as well after we're done here. So a lot of people ask, well, what happens when and if a customer does switch over to Xoom Energy? First of all, there's absolutely zero interruption in service when they go ahead and switch over to Xoom Energy. They don't have to buy any equipment. They don't need to have anything installed in their home. It's literally a seamless switch that happens without anyone even knowing that they actually switched over to Xoom Energy. The one thing that we're hoping is that they picked a product that they like, and eventually, hopefully, saving a little money there.
And this is something that's really important, right? This is a service people are already using. There's no change in behavior here. People want electricity, and they use natural gas to heat their homes and to cook with. So this is a service that they're already familiar with. In most states, nothing's going to change from a billing perspective. We'll go in a little bit more detail about that later. But I don't want to gloss over that, because this is really important. Like, this is not something that you got to really go sell someone on. It's something they're already using. So this is a very simple product for you guys to grow your business with. But also, if you're new to ACN, it's a great product to get started with because it is so simple and people are already using it.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Vince. I just keep jumping in and interrupting.
Please do. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? It's to interact. I just wish that we can open up the mics, but you know, when there's 300 or 400 or 500 people on the line, it's kind of hard to go ahead and allow everyone to participate there. So hopefully, please keep putting in your chats there. We will get to, or at least try to get to every question there. So,
so one of the things we like. Energy choice is one of the most regulated, deregulated industries there are. Like, there are tons of rules that we have to follow, and it's really important that you guys are following the rules with us to make sure that, you know, we're doing things the right way and we're growing the business the right way. So Vince, you want to kind of walk through some of these highlights of ways these guys can really run their business the right way?
Yes. So as Jackie said, it is deregulated, but very regulated by the PUC. And this is very important. All this information, first of all, can be found on ACN Compass, all the do's and don'ts for the IBOs there. What we've done is just took, a few of those and highlighted them here. That IBOs only refer to your friends and family. It's strictly prohibited to go door to door or telemarket sales. That will result into your decertifications and will not allow you to go ahead and sell Xoom or offer Xoom Energy anymore. And only use the marketing materials that we provide, that we put on the ACN Compass in your back office. Never use our logo or try to create your own marketing materials there. Again, that's strictly prohibited. And one thing, and I know we all want to save our customers and our friends and family money, but never ever guarantee savings. We don't know where the market's going to be in the future. So one thing that we can do and guarantee is that when they enroll on a fixed product, that rate that they chose, that will continue for the term of that contract. That's the only thing that we can guarantee. Please never ever guarantee savings to your customers.
Because you want to set the right expectation, right? Like you don't want to promise something and then not deliver. Same with us. We don't want to promise something and not deliver. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what plans we offer. But when you're talking about the plans and the benefits, you want to go through the benefits of both, and then let the customer choose what's best for them. And we're going to help you with that in just a few minutes and walk through the different plan types and what customer might be better for what plan.
Sure, I'm sorry about that. I was reading again there. Anyway, let me finish here. So please never offer your customers anything to go ahead and get them to switch over to Xoom Energy. And very important, the customers need to enroll themselves. Never enroll your customers to Xoom Energy, and always direct them to your own personal website. Or here it says to go to acnzoomenergy.com. If they choose to go to acnzoomenergy.com, please make sure that they have your IBO number if they're not going through your personal website.
That is so important, guys. Make sure they're enrolling through your personal website, because if they're not, we don't want them going to the Xoom Direct site and you guys not getting credit, because there's a whole process we have to go through. So make sure that you're directing them to your personal website or to the ACN Xoom website, and make sure they have your IBO number. We want to make sure you guys are getting credit for the customers that you bring in.
All right. And again, all of this can be found on ACN Compass in your back office. Please read through all of this and do the business correctly. By doing it correctly, it'll benefit you in the long run.
All right, Vince, you ready for me to start throwing some questions your way?
Please do. I mean, this thing is popping up like crazy over here. People are paying.
All right, well, stay with me now. All right, so we've got a question here. How do I get started referring customers to Xoom Energy?
Well, the very first thing you need to do is to go through the training and get accredited. What does that mean? In order to go ahead and offer Xoom's services to your customers or to your friends and family, you need to go through the training and get accredited. And there's 4 states and both provinces where you need to go ahead and get a badge. That would be in New York, Delaware, Rhode Island, Ohio in the United States, and in Alberta and Ontario in Canada. And also once you go ahead and get that done, outside of Ontario and Illinois, you should be done taking the training there. You can always go back and freshen up if you'd like to kind of understand the business a little more. In Ontario, unfortunately, based on the Ontario Energy Board, individuals offering our service in Ontario, they need to go ahead and take the training every year. And if they do not put in any enrollments in a 60-day period, they have to go through the training once again. And in Illinois, IBOs that are offering services in Illinois need to go and take the training every 6 months. Again, that's regulated by the PUC in Illinois.
Covered that really well, Vince. Good job. You got all the caveats in there.
Yeah, I try to memorize them.
Yeah. Guys, the training's really important, and it's not meant to be tricky or anything like that. We want you guys to feel comfortable when you're talking to your customers about what you're offering them. We're not expecting you to be experts, but we do want to make sure you understand what it's all about, how to make sure you guys are doing it the right way, and then also making sure you're directing your customers the right way. And the questionnaire is really there just to make sure you understood the content. Again, it's not meant to be tricky. We just want to make sure you guys understand what you're offering. So that's why we do that. So before you can refer any customers to Xoom, you got to go get the training. So if you haven't got trained, let's make sure we do that tonight while we're all here. Just once we're done with this, go over to AC and Compass, click on the link, and go ahead and just get that out of the way. That way you can start referring customers right away. Okay, next question, Ms. Distance. What types of plans does Xoom Energy offer?
So as I mentioned earlier, we have a variety of plans to service all types of customers. I'll start off with our month-to-month variable plans that we have in all markets there, where customers who don't want to be locked into a contract or a long-term commitment, they can go ahead and enroll in our month-to-month variable product. And also, I kind of tell IBOs when they come to the booth, when we used to kind of interact face-to-face, that if they don't want to go ahead and be in a contract, I'd say most markets, we have some type of 1, 2, or 3 billing promo that's going on. Let them try it. If they like it, get them on a fixed plan afterwards. But if they don't, hey, we have that plan for them that they can go ahead and cancel at any time with absolutely no type of early termination fee. And then for those individuals who are actually want to make sure that they're not being overcharged in month to month based on the market pricing, we also have our fixed products. We do have a 1-year, 2-year, and 3-year in some markets. And I do know that I'm getting a lot of questions right now on the chat about Alberta, trying to get some longer term plans out there. We're definitely working on it. Whether or not that can happen, I don't know. But believe me, we are constantly talking about that. But those are our fixed products. And for those individuals who want a clean product, we have our renewable product, which has 50% renewable for electricity and 100% carbon-free natural gas. And of course, we have our charitable products. The one that we highlighted here is PetSmart Charities. That's for the pet lovers there. And what we do is we donate 5% from the commodity portion of your bill to PetSmart Charities every single month. And I know we've donated well over, I'd say, hundreds of thousands of dollars here in the past, or ever since we actually introduced this charity here. So a lot of products for your customers to choose from, which I mentioned earlier. Choice is a good thing.
Absolutely. So Vince, I think these guys may need a little break from hearing us talk. Are we ready for a video?
Let's do it.
All right, guys, this is my first one tonight, so I'm going to try this, and we're going to hope this works. So bear with me. But here we go.
At Xoom Energy, we want to help everyone power what matters the most.
All right. Hold please. Gotta love live TV. All right, let's try that again. Here we go.
At Xoom Energy, we want to help everyone power what matters the most. Whether it's choosing the right energy plan for your home or business, shopping for energy is a lot easier than you might think. When you choose an energy supplier like Xoom Energy, you can select from energy plan options that may not be available from other energy providers. Understanding what types of energy plans you can choose from can help you make an educated decision on the energy plan that best fits your budget and lifestyle. So let's look at what plans are available from Xoom Energy. First is our fixed price energy plan. Fixed price plans offer you the opportunity to choose an energy price that fits your budget and lock in that price for the duration of your contract. With fixed price energy plans, you can get the peace of mind of knowing that the price of your energy will stay the same regardless of what happens with the weather. So no matter if it's trying to beat the heat in summer or take the chill out of winter, a fixed price plan can protect you against the uncertainty you've come to expect with your monthly energy bills. For customers who are looking for a little more flexibility, Xoom Energy offers month-to-month variable price plans. Month-to-month variable price plans require no long-term commitment or cancellation fees. If you are not completely satisfied, you are always free to switch to a fixed price energy plan at any time. If clean energy is your thing, Xoom Energy offers renewable energy plans available in select markets. Choosing a clean, renewable energy plan is a great way to do your part for the environment and help ensure a better tomorrow. Now that you know more about the energy plans available from Xoom Energy, you can start shopping and comparing the plans available in your area to find the plan that is best for you. Once you shop and compare the plans and services Xoom Energy has to offer, we think you'll find it hard not to choose us. So zoom on in a little closer. We think you will like what you see.
So that video, we've got a couple of questions. Will the videos be available to you guys after this? Absolutely. Everything, all the videos that you'll see tonight, we have a few more coming up, are going to be available on AC and Compass. If they're not there already, they'll be there later tonight. So we've got a few other things that we're going to be showing throughout the evening. So all of that's going to be on AC and Compass, where you can find everything you need from a product perspective that we're talking through tonight. And Vince, before we move on from the plans part, we're getting a few questions that I just wanted to tackle. Yes, there were changes in New York a couple of weeks ago due to some regulatory changes. And so we no longer have a term fixed product in the market. We are working on it. It requires some approvals. We are working on that to get that as quickly as we can. We're working through that process. As far as Rescue Lock, that is offered everywhere that we are. So we got a couple of questions around that. So that's our PetSmart charity product that's available everywhere. So keep the questions coming in the chat. We're going to get to as many of them as we can tonight. So Vince, one thing that we've got a question here around what changes when a customer switches to Xoom Energy.
Sorry about that. I was on mute. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, and I do see there's a lot of people that are raising their hands over here, and a bunch of questions are coming in. We will definitely try to get to all the questions. If we cannot, and I'm sorry that I changed the topic here, Jackie, we will go ahead and get all of these questions answered and posted in the back office, and we will definitely try to get to your questions to all the individuals who are actually raising their hand. That's something that we'll try to do toward the end of this presentation. But to your question, Jackie, as I mentioned earlier, nothing actually changes, or I shouldn't say nothing. It's a seamless switch. There's nothing for them to buy. The actual utility in most markets actually continues to send them the bill. The same meter reader actually comes out to their home to read their meter. The only differences are in Texas, Georgia, in Alberta. Xoom Energy actually bills the commodity and for the utility. And in SoCal and San Diego Gas, the customer will actually receive two bills. They'll get one bill from Xoom Energy for the commodity portion and one bill from the utility for the distribution charges. But again, in most markets, nothing changes. The customers won't even know that there's any changes outside of having the commodity portion that's on their bill. We'll say commodity supplied by Xoom Energy. So that's outside of Texas, Georgia, Alberta, SoCal, and San Diego. All the other markets, no changes at all.
Yeah, and the one thing we'll say about Southern California and San Diego is if you guys have customers there because of the dual bill, really encourage them to sign up for auto pay because that just means that the Xoom Energy portion of the bill is going to get paid automatically every month. So even though they'll still get a bill from us, it makes it one less thing they have to worry about. So hopefully that dilutes that getting the two bill problem the customer sees in those areas. So
very good point, Jackie.
Yeah. So well, thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. So one of the things we have got to touch on, because it's a program that we have had in some fashion with ACN, I don't know, for 7 or 8 years now. We recently revamped it. It's a program called the Power Up Program. And this program is really exciting for us. We love being a part of it. It's something that ACN and Xoom put together to really give you guys a little extra each month when you refer more and more customers to Xoom Energy. So Vince, can you kind of touch a little bit on that program and what some of the benefits are?
Absolutely, Jackie. Yeah, so back 7 or 8 years ago, we actually introduced, at that time, it was called Power Your Wallet. I'm sorry, Power Your Home was introduced first, where if you were a Xoom Energy customer and you went ahead and you referred 11 other customers, and as long as they were all electric or all gas, and they all qualified, meaning they were in good standing, that you would get the average of those bills up to your portion of your bill. Then we later introduced, because there's a lot of IBOs who live in markets where we don't offer Xoom Energy, we introduced the Power Your Wallet program, which allowed all IBOs to qualify for a bonus as long as they maintain 12 electric or 12 gas customers. So to Jackie's point, we recently revamped this and are now offering the Power Up program, which if you have 12 energy or 12 electric customers or 12 gas customers, what we do is we take the average of those customers and you get rewarded a bonus of the average of those customers. And this happens month after month after month. As a matter of fact, we were just talking with a few individuals there at ACN and Jackie about certain individuals who've actually been getting this bonus since we actually started this program back 7 or 8 years ago, and they've been getting it every single month. So outside of the commissions that you're already receiving for referring Xoom Energy customers, you can also qualify for this monthly bonus that as long as you maintain 12 electric or 12 gas and they're in good standing, you'll get the average of those customers as a bonus every single month. How that doesn't entice individuals to go out there and talk more to their friends and family, I don't know. But this is a great, great promotion. A lot of people love it.
Is this for residential or business customers?
I'm sorry.
We got a question from Crystal. She's asking, so I just want to make sure we're clear.
Yeah, see, I get so excited that I forget that it's only for residential customers. So if you have 11 residential customers in one commercial account and you're wondering why you didn't qualify, that's why. You need, they all need, the program is only for residential customers.
And I want to make sure that everyone heard you, because if you've heard nothing else tonight, I want to make sure everyone walks away understanding how great this program is, because this is something you get every single month as long as you've got 12 customers, right, Vince? Make sure I'm not misspeaking here.
You are not misspeaking, and I know it, and when we were actually getting together 4 times a year at the booth across America here, one thing that I get constantly over and over again is individuals walking up to me, don't have any questions. They just say, thank you. This program that you guys have for this monthly bonus is unbelievable. Now, of course, you can use that money to pay your energy bill, or you can, buy a gift for your loved one.
And guys, keep this program in mind too when you're talking to potential IBOs, people who are thinking about joining the business. I mean, how great is this? Is just by offering the service people are already using, they're going to get an added bonus each month. The more successful they are, the more bonus they're going to get. And this is something you can use when you're recruiting folks into the business, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So we got another video.
Jackie,
Go ahead.
Jackie, can I jump in real fast?
Of course.
I tell you what.
Please.
This program is probably one of the top programs that our company does together. I mean, since the beginning, this is like free energy credits, however you want to look at it. But whether you live in an energy state or not, I mean, this money comes to you as a bonus. We went through some stats. I mean, the amount of people in ACN that are getting either free electric, free gas, and a lot of them, a third of all the people that are getting free energy or free gas or participating, a third, more than 30% of them are getting free gas and free electric in our company. In the form of the credits in the commodities that Vince explained. But you know what? I think sometimes as IBOs, we take for granted how, when we look at our energy bill, we always talk, man, I wish I didn't have to take care of this. Just think if it was taken care of for you. I mean, it really is a great, great program. And I know that we're looking to even do some more exciting things with this program, but I'm going to leave that out as a teaser right now, make sure that we can when the time is right. But I'm telling you what, 12 electric customers, and it's like free electricity in the form of the credit. 12 gas customers is like free gas in the form of the credit. You look at your bills at home. Look at what you're spending for electric and gas. I know we have Alberta on here and how amount of money they spend in the wintertime for their gas bills. I bet if I said, raise your hand if you're in Alberta and you have free energy, everybody in Alberta's hands probably going to go up on the scene right now, because I know how important it is to them. But the average person, the ones I see here from New York and the Philadelphia and Pennsylvania market, that right now, we're about to go through a heat wave, guys. Tomorrow it's going to be 86 degrees in the Northeast. That's in April. So that's preparing us for the electric bills that we're going to be having. But imagine positioning yourselves with everything that's going on here to run in that line too. I'm sorry, I get excited about this one. I love Xoom Energy from the beginning, watching all this expansion. You guys are doing a great job tonight. And I hate to jump in, but I just love the Power Up program. So great job.
Well, we do too. So thank you. Thanks for jumping in. So just to clear up a couple of questions, is 12 of your customers, your downline does not count towards that 12. And yes, you can get a bonus for natural gas if you acquire 12 customers, and you can get another bonus for electricity if you refer 12 customers. ACN's marketing team has put together a really awesome Power Up video that I think is really good. We were really excited when we saw it. I'm going to play it for you now. This is actually something you guys should be using when you're talking to those potential IBOs to get them really excited about ACN and joining the business. So we're going to try this again. We'll see how I do. So we're going to play another video for you guys. So hang with me. And here we go.
Xoom Energy is a great company for you and your customers. Xoom Energy is an award-winning energy retailer servicing hundreds of thousands of customers in over 100 energy choice markets across the United States and Canada, offering a variety of pricing and plans to fit the needs of every customer. And now you can take your business to the next level with Xoom Energy Power Up Referral Program. With Xoom Energy, you get rewarded with a bonus equal to the average amount of the commodity portion of your customers' bills when you refer at least 12 electricity or 12 natural gas customers. This is a great way for you to grow your business, build impressive momentum on your team, and earn more every month simply by sharing the value of Xoom Energy's electricity and natural gas services with a variety of plans to choose from. Already excelling and offering Xoom Energy? Great. This program can help you reach new heights, plug into the promotion, and power up your business with Xoom Energy.
All right, so you guys were the first to see it. We just unveiled it. So this is going to be out on ACN Compass as well, so that you guys will have that later tonight, so you can download it and you can start playing it. If there are any delays in the video, that's probably because it's my internet connection. It has nothing to do with the video. So go out there, you can take a look at it and use it when you're building your business. So getting a lot of compliments in the chat.
Just touch on a few more things here. I'm just reading here and trying to talk at the same time. So my apologies to everyone out there if I'm kind of stuttering and going back and forth. So when I say we take the average of the 12 customers, if you have 20 customers or 20 electric customers, we take the average of all 20 customers, not just the first 12 or the highest 12. We'll take the average of all your electric customers and all of your gas customers. And another one says, if a landlord signs up, does that count towards your 12? If they're an IBO, those are their customers. And as Jackie pointed out, they have to be your personal customers in order to qualify. I just wanted to answer a few questions here.
Perfect. And then we're getting a couple of questions around New York. So if you had customers that were previously with Xoom Energy before all the changes went into place, nothing changed for those customers. So if they're on a fixed plan, they will still stay on a fixed plan, and they will get a notice when they're up, when their contract is up, and what option they have available to them. So any customer that signed up prior to all the changes that happened a couple of weeks ago, there's nothing for you to do. We kept those customers. If they're a month-to-month customer, they will continue on to the month-to-month product that they had originally signed up on. The changes really affected any new customers that were enrolling and what products are available to them. All right,
hey, Jackie.
Yes.
Oh, one other thing about New York, we can still offer big business in New York. I know that question I've answered in the chat, but just want to call that out.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Yes.
Still offer a fixed rate for big business.
Big business, we can still offer, yes, a fixed product. Thank you for jumping on that one. Completely forgot about that. Thanks. Let's talk a little bit about budget billing. We've gotten a few questions about whether or not people keep their budget billing when they go to Xoom Energy. Vince, can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was reading the same question there and another one here. But yeah, so if a customer has budget billing, in most markets, we actually do offer budget billing. And if some of you there don't know exactly what budget billing is, customers in most markets can actually sign up with their utility to go ahead and receive the same amount of charge on a monthly basis based on their historical usage. So what the utility does is they'll take your, let's use an even number, $1,200, let's say, that you spent your previous 12 months. They will put you on a plan to where you only pay $100 every month for the next 12 months. But then what they do is they'll go back and they'll do a true up. A true up meaning that if you used more than $1,200, they're going to send you the bill there to pay, or they can go ahead and just tack it on and take the average of whatever you exceeded and apply it toward your next 12 months. Or if you're credited, they'll go ahead and apply that on your next 12 months. So the question is, do we go ahead and offer that if the customer switches? In most markets, we do. We do have a list that identifies exactly what the customers need to do if they are on a budget plan with their current utility. And that that is in the back office on ACN Compass there. Please refer to those items there, and actually all the FAQs should be there as well. Even if you go to acn.zoomenergy.com, the FAQs there will probably answer most of the questions that you guys are even asking right now. So yes, in most markets, we do offer budget billing. And another question that I want to touch on right now is Sean Smith is asking if a customer's annual plan or the plan that they chose, once they come up or once it ends, what happens? What we do is we send out a renewal letter to those customers prior to the end of their contract to go ahead and renew. If they don't renew, in some markets, we automatically put them on another one-year plan, but in most markets, they'll just go on a month-to-month variable plan. And they can go ahead and call in at any time and upgrade to a fixed product, but you never lose that customer unless they actually drop.
Right. And I was going to tease Amy and tell her we were going to put her on the spot and make her talk, but she actually talked without me putting her on the spot. So, like I mentioned before, Amy is our big business guru. So I wanted to take a little time because we are getting a few questions around big business. Amy, can you just talk a little bit about what the big business program is and how best for the IBOs to utilize the program?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. So yeah, the big business program comes through my team. If you're not familiar, on the acn.zoomenergy.com website, there's an actual lead pass form to help get you started. But basically what we wanted to do is for those customers that spend on average, we're talking about the supply portion of the bill, a minimum of $17,000 annually, then they're going to qualify for custom pricing, which typically is going to be more competitive than the web rates. So ideally, we want to be able to offer a more competitive price to your larger customers. And it could be 1 meter or it could be 10 or 20 meters. It just needs to have the common ownership among the owners. So, I mean, you could think of, it could be 10 nail salons, or, I mean, we'll have a customer, it'd be 10 Papa John's that are all owned by one entity and submitted as one opportunity. We'll leverage and try to pool the meters together to kind of get the best rate possible for that. So we have a lead pass form. Jackie has it up for viewing. It's on the website. It's pretty straightforward. You basically just fill out, as the IBO, introducing this to your customer, you're going to fill out the top part with all of your information, and then the company name of the business that you have the relationship with and the contact there, and typically a bill copy for each account that you're submitting, or at least just one bill copy, so we can kind of get an idea of, are they with the utility, or are they with another supplier? Just kind of those basic things. We want to know if they're under contract, because we want to make sure that we understand the terms of what they're under right now, and then we're trying to time any quotes that we can offer to their current contract. I have sales reps on my team that would work with you to help, introduce Xoom to your customer or to the potential business client. They've been with me for a long time, and they really understand the ins and outs and just the competitive market, so they can help you join those calls with your customer to try to position this better. But don't be shy. Fill out the lead pass form, send it to my team. If you're not sure if they qualify, to try to qualify it for you. There's an email address on the form, bbpinfo@xoomenergy.com. If you have questions, even feel free to submit questions to our group. My team manages that daily, so we're happy to vet any opportunities and see how we can help you.
Now that's a great point, Amy, because if an IBO or a customer is unsure, are they big business? Are they not? Like, just go ahead and send it in. Amy's team will direct you to the right place. So if for some reason you're not a big business or it doesn't qualify for a big business, they'll let you know that and then point you back to the website. So again, if you have doubts or you're just not sure, let us help you. That's why we're here. So utilize that email address, and someone on Amy's team will get back to you. So thanks, Amy. One thing I did want to touch on, I know we have promised some new things and we showed you some videos, but another thing that we are going to show you tonight is our new sales guide that we put together. So we've been working with ACN and the marketing team over there to put together a tool that you guys can use that helps you kind of understand who we are, what we do. It's all going to be in one big document. So this is going to be on ACN Compass. Again, everything we talk about tonight is going to be on ACN Compass under the product section. So here's the new Xoom Energy Guide, and it's going to have all sorts of great things in there. It's going to talk a little bit about us, who we are, the awards we went through earlier. Throughout the guide, you're going to see these QR codes. So you can just scan those, and they're going to take you either to a website that gives you more information about that topic, or it might even take you to a video that you can play for your potential IBO or customer. But this is going to be kind of your one-stop shop. If you've got any kind of questions about who we are and what we do, and a lot of the information we cover tonight is going to be in this document as well. So once you complete the training, this will be the next best thing for you guys to reference. It talks about energy choice and how that works with our industry, what products and services we offer. Goes into the big business program that Amy was just talking about, as well as multi-location enrollments, which we'll get to in a minute. The different plan options that you guys can offer your customers, and then the different benefits that are available to your customer because they're becoming a Xoom Energy customer. Xoom Extras we're going to touch on. It's one of my favorite programs that we have here for customers. The Power program is really more for you guys and IBOs, but the Xoom Extras program is really more for your customer, and that's one of those things that makes us a little unique and a little different when your customer switches to us. But again, this sales guide is a tool for you guys to use. We want to put everything in one place so that you can easily get answers to your questions. So again, this is going to be on Compass. It's there now. References, like I said, it's got links to important places to go on the website. It's got QR codes. It'll take you back to Compass if you need more information. So again, out there for you guys, take advantage of it, take a look at it. We love feedback. So if there's something you're like, oh, I wish that was in there, I wish they would add that in there, let ACN know so they can let us know so that we can improve the document. And the tools we have are only as good as they are if you guys are able to use them. So give us feedback on it. We would love to hear back from you. But we hope that you guys find that this is a useful tool and something that you find valuable. Oh, I feel like that was a lot. So Vince, can you talk a little bit about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you there? Awesome. Are you there? Okay, you got quiet there on me. I'm not used to you being quiet. Don't go quiet on me.
Oh, I was just giving you that moment.
giving me the stage. So I know you touched on renewals, but we're still getting a few questions. I just want to make sure everyone's clear on the renewal process and how it works. So in most markets, well, I should say in all markets, your customers will get an email unless they've opted out of email. If they've opted out of email, they'll get a letter in the mail. But in every market, they'll get at least one email that will let them know they're up for renewal at the end of their contract. It's going to send them back to the renewal website where they can choose a plan. They'll have a variety of plans they can choose from, just like when they enrolled. Their rate will be different. That was one of our questions. Their rate could be different because they're going to pick a plan that's available to them at that time. They'll pick that plan. Once they pick their plan, they will renew at the end of their contract. You will continue to get credit for that customer. There's nothing you have to do there. Your IBO number is linked to that enrollment. Once they renew, or even if they change plans, you still get credit for that customer. If for any reason they don't actively renew and they don't go on that website to renew, they will roll over to a plan. Most markets are going to roll over to a month-to-month plan. In some markets, they will roll over to a fixed plan, but they can cancel without penalty. At any time, once they move over to that month-to-month plan or the fixed plan with no ETF, they can upgrade or they can change their plan to a fixed rate contract if they want to do that at any time. And they can do that either by going on the Xoom Energy website and going into their account and changing their plan, or they can call into the call center. And everything we talk about when we say go to the Xoom website, we are referring to the ACN Xoom website. You always want to direct them to the ACN Xoom website. And the link will be also be in the email that they receive as well. So just want to make sure everyone's clear on the renewal process and how that works. But again, it's very similar to the enrollment process that they went through. And one question we did get as far as at the end of a customer's contract, if they did pay a deposit, they will get that deposit back as long as they paid on time. They will get that deposit back at the end of 12 months. So that was another question that came in.
One question I got here is if a customer moves during the term of their contract, do they get penalized? So to answer, go ahead. Answer. No, please.
Okay.
You were doing a great job.
Well, you can tell me if I'm right or not. How about that? So if the customer moves and they move within the Xoom territory, we want them to call us because we want them to move their service. And we will take care of that on the back end. And again, like I said before, if a customer moves and they stay with us, you stay with that customer. So you will continue to get credit for that customer. If the customer moves out of a Xoom Energy territory, they are able to cancel without penalty. We're not going to penalize them because let's say they live in Philadelphia and then they decide they're moving to Arizona and we don't service Arizona. They're able to break their contract at that point without any penalty.
You are correct, Jackie.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that's the answer they wanted to hear. So go ahead.
So I was going to ask, Stephanie had a question about, can IBOs be emailed when customers receive the renewal notice? Yes, we are working on that. We are actually working with the ACN team to make that happen for you guys because we do want IBOs much more involved in the renewal process. So we're working on getting emails out to you guys. You'll get it at the same time your customer gets it, letting you know, hey, you've got customers that are up for renewal so that you guys can reach out to them and help them through that process and at least let them know you're going to be getting a notification soon. So yes, that is in the works and should be coming soon.
Yeah, and another question I got here from Joan. First it says, how long does it take to get Xoom Energy service set up in a brand new home? So number one, we only offer Xoom services in a brand new home in a few markets. But in most markets, it varies anywhere from 15 to 45 days that it'll take them to go ahead and get or start flowing with Xoom Energy. In Texas and Georgia, and I believe in Alberta, we do have move-ins where you can go ahead and choose the date that you want to start with Xoom Energy. But in all the other markets there, once you enroll, it depends on your billing cycle when you actually start flowing with Xoom Energy. And when you do enter their address, and if Xoom does come up there, I would say 100% of the, or I'll say 99% of the time, we actually do service that territory as long as their address comes up with Xoom Energy. And if it doesn't, as during the enrollment process, it will tell them that we cannot service that area.
Okay, perfect. Can we talk a little bit about the Xoom Extras program? Like that's a program I mentioned earlier. This is a program specifically for customers. Now, obviously, if you're an IBO and you are a Xoom Energy customer, you can take part in the program too. But I think it's a great program for our customers, and it's one of those things that makes us a little different. So, Vince, can you talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah. So, one program that we have for our customers is called the Extras program. It's a loyalty program that we give our customers who actually enroll in it. It's like your frequent flyer miles for your airlines. They actually receive coin every time they'll start receiving it once they enroll, and then also will continue to receive these coins month after month as long as they remain a Xoom Energy customer. And they can also get coin by participating in games that we have on the Xoom Extra site. And they can redeem those coins for gift cards, restaurant coupons, movie theaters. I can go on and on and on. There's probably over 500,000 areas where they can go ahead and redeem those coin for whatever product that's available out there for them. But that's a loyalty program for the customers. And as I mentioned earlier, they do have to enroll on it. And they can do that by going to the Xoom Extra site or on the acm.xoomenergy.com site. On the top right hand corner, it'll say My Account. If you put your mouse over that, you'll see a link to Xoom Extras that you can just click on there and have your customers enroll.
Yeah, so Xoom Extras, like you said, Vince, like you can redeem coin for different kinds of gift cards, which is great. But also, it's really cool because you can go in, you can put your zip code, and then you can see all these different discounts to restaurants and different places right in your area. So if your customers aren't taking advantage of that, you really should encourage it. It's a free program. We'll send them an email once they start flowing with us to get them to enroll on the program. But again, I can stop talking because I have a video. We can just show a video. Just like that? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to try this again. So we've got a Xoom Extras video again. This is out on AC and Compass. If you guys are raising your hand to ask a question, just put it in the chat. So we're going to try and get to as many of them as we can. We got plenty of time tonight. So we're going to get to as many questions as we can. But I'm going to play this Xoom Extras video. Again, this is one that you should be sharing with your customers because when they say, well, why should I sign up for this, electricity is electricity, natural gas is natural gas. You can say, well, hey, here's a program that makes us a little different, right? So here we go. Awesome, and we did get questions. IBOs in Canada, yes, this is absolutely available to you guys. So this is in the U.S. and it's definitely in Canada as well. And so you guys should be taking advantage of this, and your customers should be taking advantage of it as well. Vince, you're on mute. You're just talking away and no one can hear you.
How about now?
Yes. So we get a couple of questions. Zoom Extras is available everywhere. So wherever we service, you guys can take advantage of it. So Texas, that's one question. Canada, yes. California, yes. Everywhere we service, your customers can take advantage of this program.
Yeah, they're asking also, is it for residential only, or is it for business entities as well?
It's for residential customers. This is for residential customers. Good question. Good question. All right, Vince, you ready for another one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about this isn't the best fun subject. But let's talk a little bit about the deposits and sometimes customers that we have to charge a deposit in certain markets. Can you talk a little bit about when that happens?
Absolutely. So in some markets where we call a non-POR market, we do credit checks, and based on a tier that the customer falls in. And what we do is we don't do a hard credit check. We do what we call a soft credit check to check to see if they're paying their TV bill, their internet bill, their cell phone bill. And based on whatever tier they fall in, if they fall in tier 1, of course, there's no deposit that's required. If they fall in a tier 2, they can either request a manual review, which we'll be more than happy to do. They'll also get an option to go ahead and submit 3 bills, consecutive bills, and all we do there is just check to see whether or not those bills are paid on time. If you do see a late charge on there, don't submit the bill, because I can tell you that it will get denied and the customer will have to pay a deposit. And if they fall in a tier 3 market or a tier 3, they are required to pay a deposit, whatever deposit amount that is for that territory there. And then in the reason we do credit checks in those markets is because we're responsible for bad debt in those markets. In the markets where we don't do credit checks, we actually get paid regardless whether or not the customers pay their bill or not. But what happens if the customers do not pay their bills on time? The utility in that market will take back that customer, because they don't want to continue to pay us if the customer's not paying them. So make sure that your customers pay their bill. But that's why we do credit checks in those non-POR markets, and in the POR markets, we don't do credit checks.
Great, thanks. And then we've got a couple of questions as you've been talking. So yes, there's a certain credit score that we look for. It varies by market. We'll let the customer know during the enrollment real time. They'll know right away if they need to either submit for a manual review or submit documentation in order to waive that deposit. And again, there's all different reasons that could trigger other than a credit score. They could have some sort of fraud detection on their credit. Different reasons happen for different things, and that's the reason we have the manual review option. So again, if that happens to your customer, just have them click on the manual review. We'll take another look at it and see if there's a way for us to get around that deposit requirement.
Right. If they're still in tier 2, even after the manual review, they still have the option to submit those bills.
Okay. Good call. And then I know we keep talking about AC Encompass. I know we've got some new folks on. So I'm going to share my screen, and boy, we are just taking this to a whole new level tonight, because we're going to be doing live on the website, which I haven't done that before. So here we go. So this is AC Encompass. If you guys have been around, you guys know this is where you go for everything, but this is the page I'm always on. So when you go under products, there we are. There's our page. So when we click on that, this is going to take us to all things Zoom. So you've got right here, how do you get badging and accredited? Our favorable market summary. So each month we provide HCN a summary of all of the markets where we are currently lower than the utility. Now let me caveat that. We are currently lower, meaning the rate that we have this month is lower than the rate that the utility has this month. Change next month. But we'd like for you guys to know kind of where we stand against the utility in all the different markets. Here's all the great things that we've been talking about tonight. Lots of videos. You guys will see there's been a lot of new ones added today. You guys can go out there. All the ones that we've seen tonight and a few more are going to be out there. product training, sales tools around here. Here's that sales guide we just talked about. Please go out there, take a look. We love feedback, like I said. Lots of good stuff out here for you guys to take advantage of for both the residential and the business side. So again, if you haven't been out to AC Encompass, you're missing out, because this is where all the good stuff is. This is where we put all the good stuff. So go out there, take a look. And then anything new and great that we've got coming out, it's going to be on this page. And like I said, anything new that we showed tonight is going to be out there. That's already out there. So ACM's got it out there for us. So acencompass.com if you haven't been out there yet.
Good job.
Right.
Good job.
Well, thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Vince, are there any customers in our territory that we can't service? Meaning like low-income customers?
Yeah. So there are in some markets where if they are a low-income customer, or if getting any kind of supplement from the government, in some markets we aren't able to go ahead and service them because they are getting some kind of services from that government associate there. So yes, there are in some markets where we cannot service them, but not in every single market. I don't have a list of exactly what markets we can't service them.
I know it's New York, and I know it's Ohio. But again, when we talk about AC Encompass, there's a market matrix out there, a spreadsheet that has every market and all these little nuances where we're talking about, is it a credit check? Can we service low income? Is budget billing available? All of that is in that spreadsheet. So again, go out to AC Encompass where I just navigated, and that's going to be out there. And so that's going to be like their little cheat sheet as far as your state or your position and your specific utility is concerned.
Yeah, that'll give you all the information that you need in order for the customer to enroll. In some markets, we actually look for the account numbers. In some markets, we actually look for identifiers. So it's not just strictly the account number that we're actually looking for. So in that market matrix, it identifies everything that the customer would need and whether or not we can actually service those customers if they're on some kind of program.
Yeah, and Alex Patterson makes a really good point. There are some areas that have co-ops, and if customers are sitting in a co-op, they can't be serviced by us. And if your customer tries to put in their zip code and they're in one of those co-ops, we're going to tell them that we can't service them. And if for some reason they get through the enrollment process, that will reject at the utility. So we'll send them an email letting them know. But yeah, that's another good one. So thanks for bringing that up, Alex. That's a good point. Okay, Vince and Amy, what if someone's got a lot of locations and they don't want to sit there on the website and put them through one at a time through the website? What's the best avenue for them to go?
I'm going to mute myself on that one and let Amy talk.
Come on, Vince. For that, you're going to want to use our multi-location enrollment process. So basically, this is something that we designed, obviously, to help you. Nobody wants to spend hours keying in, with their, obviously having their customer key in, 20 or 50 or 100 enrollments through the website. So this process is to help simplify that for you. If you have, the key criteria is going to be that common ownership. So if you have one entity the top level entity that owns 20 properties. A lot of times we see this with property management companies. It leverages this process and will help, my team will help work with you to sign them up. So again, we have a lead pass form for this. This form can be found on the acn.zoomenergy.com website. And again, we try to make it pretty straightforward. It captures your IBO information and then the company name of the property or the locations that you want to sign up. And then basically you go to the utility page for the markets that you want to sign up and provide the service locations. You can either put the service locations, type them into the sheets, or if it's 100 or 200 locations, oftentimes a best practice is to send it to us in a spreadsheet. And a lot of times the property management or the owners have typically a spreadsheet with the account numbers and all the relevant information. So what we try to do to simplify this is, instead of also running credit on 100 different locations. We're going to run credit just that one time. If it's a credit market, and, it just sort of helps simplify the process. So once we have them approved for credit, a lot of times these property management, they'll add 20 on today, but then they'll add 20 2 weeks from now, and they continuously come back to my team to help them enroll, large quantities of accounts. The rule of thumb has typically been if you have more than 5 accounts to leverage this process. And I know my team is happy to help. Again, there's the big BVP info at Xoom Energy is where this form comes to, and my team's happy to help answer any questions. If you're vetting an opportunity, we can even help you, obviously in a pre-sales effort to address any questions. I know Kevin Engel up in Alberta, you had sent a question through the chat. You had working with some real estate investors looking for some best practices. I think just to try to simplify qualifying the lead, you just want to have a conversation with them, understand how are they purchasing their supply today. Are they with the utility? Or are they with another supplier? I mean, I think that will help you identify, do we have to introduce the whole, what is Xoom Energy? What do we do? What are our products? And find out, what type of plan they're interested in. Is it a situation where they're going to move in, move out frequently, and they want a variable rate that has no fees, or do they want a fixed plan? Maybe it's longer term rentals. And my team can help, as you have an opportunity, let my team help, get on the phone with the customer and help you better qualify that. I know there's questions coming in the chat. Hang on. I'm not sounding managing.
I just want to make sure, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but if you don't want to fill out this particular form, fill out the front sheet, and then they can use a spreadsheet as well if that's easier for them, correct?
Someone had answered, is Xoom working on a simple process for a business entity to enroll its properties under the same entity, even though it's residential? Yes, the MLE is for residential and commercial. So typically we have to group them together. I mean, some will submit to us residential and commercial, and it's the same owner. Obviously they're going to be on different products. So that's where we'll work with you to get the right contract and the right product in place, but we can absolutely do that.
Another question we've got is if the customer has multiple accounts and they get a promotion, does the promotion apply separately or to each account? And it applies to each account. So any of that kind of stuff that we do, whether it's Xoom Extras or gift card or anything like that, that's always going to be based on the individual account, regardless of how they're submitted.
Yeah, I think the only caveat when it's a gift card, I think we usually do residential.
Yeah, that's the only caveat. Whether or not
but other than that, yeah.
Hey, Jackie, since you're kind of guiding the ship over there as far as sharing the screen, there's a question on here of if a customer that's on a month-to-month, if they wanted to go ahead and switch to a fixed plan, do they have to call in or can they do that online? Is there a way for you to possibly share and show them how they can just upgrade to a fixed product?
Yes, you're putting me on the spot, but I'd be happy to.
Well, since you had
all right,
that.
so once your customer becomes a customer, they always want to go to myzoomenergy.com. And that's across the board. So it doesn't matter if it's AC or Xoom. Anytime, whether it's renewal, changing plans, changing their contact information, myzoomenergy.com. And what they're going to do is, if they want to change their plan, they're going to go right here to where it says, change my plan. And then we'll click on that. And then they'll pick their state. And then they'll pick their utility. And they'll put in the same customer information that they had when they enrolled, so their account number. In SoCal, we ask for the meter number. And then they'll need the email address that they used when they enrolled. When they click on that, it's going to give them the option to choose a new fixed rate plan. And then when they click submit, it takes about 1 to 2 billing cycles for that to take effect, but that's where they would go. Much quicker than calling into the call center. They can always call into the call center, but it's much easier, and you can help navigate them to the right website and how to do it from here. So myzoomenergy.com is really the place to do all of that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, and another question came in is apparently a customer that wasn't a month-to-month called in, and one of our reps told them to sign up on a 3-year plan. We don't tell customers what plan. Now, we will offer, say, here's what's available for you in that market. If we do have a 3-year plan, that'll be offered to the customer. If we don't, then if we only have a 1-year plan, that will be offered to the customer. We don't tell customers which plan to go ahead and choose. It's up to them to choose whichever plan that they want.
Perfect. So it's myzoomenergy.com in the U.S. and it's myzoomenergy.ca for our things.
Thank you for that, Jackie.
Yes.
It's nice.
Well,
it's
I
nice
would like to take credit, but I got corrected in the chat, so I appreciate that. So I don't want to forget our Canadian friends up here. So thanks for pointing that out.
It's nice to go ahead and visually see exactly where to go rather than trying to tell customers or IDOs. I'm sorry.
So someone's asking about the airline mileage program. I'm so glad we did. We don't talk about this one a lot, mainly because of just the situation that we're all sitting here, right, in COVID. Not a lot of us can travel right now. But as things are going to start to open up and we're going to start moving around the country and moving around the world a little bit more, we do offer an airline mileage program to both customers and IBOs. And so the first piece of it will be the customer piece. So in certain states, we offer 2 airline mile programs, one through American and one through Southwest. So when a customer enrolls on electricity, they get 10,000 bonus points when they enroll in the product. And then they're going to get 2 miles for every $1 they spend each month. So if they spend $50 a month, they're going to get 100 miles in bonus points, American airline miles, or Southwest, depending on which airline you're with. That's in certain markets. That'll be on the website, so you can see if that product's available in your customer area. For IBOs, because you're an IBO, you guys can get it in any market. And this is only in the U.S. It's only in the U.S. product. But you guys can get it anywhere. And you're actually going to enroll through that through the Xoom Energy Hub site. And again, that's the same place you go to get trained. So it's the same training platform. So when you log into to get trained on your summary page, there's going to be a place at the bottom where you can enroll in the program and you can sign up for that product and you get the same bonus, initial bonus points, and then you'll also get the bonus miles each month for the amount of money that you spend on your Xoom portion of the bill. So it's a great product, it's a great program. We really, we're hoping more people will start to take advantage of it as they start traveling more. When you guys start going to events, and I know we got 4 international training events that eventually we're going to get together and go to. That's a great way for you to have those trips paid for with your airline miles, and it goes right into your American or Southwest account. So you'll see that it will come directly from them. You'll see it when you log into your account to do your airline miles. So great question, and thanks for bringing that product up because we hadn't talked about that one. And we can't. I know you Canadians want it, and we will certainly start looking into seeing if we can't find something comparable up there for our Canadian friends.
Thank you, there, Jackie.
No problem. So Vince, we talked a lot. We've given these guys a lot of information, and I want to make sure we don't jump over the basics because we did get a question about what are we talking about when we talk about commodity. So I know we've got some new folks. So when we talk about commodity portion of the bill or the Xoom Energy portion of the bill, can you talk a little bit about when someone switches, kind of what the 2 parts are that happens when they go to Xoom?
Yeah, so as you mentioned about the airline miles, that they get $2 for every $1 they spend. So that's for every $1 that they spend for the commodity portion. The commodity portion is the actual energy itself. That does not include any taxes or distribution charges. So it's strictly just for the Xoom Energy charge is the actual commodity charge. Now there's another question that came up about the commodity portion of the bill. How can they go ahead and read their bill? What should they be looking for? It's either it'll say commodities or supply portion or the procurement charge on their bill. It's very hard to, a question also was part of the question, how can they calculate that to see whether or not over a period of time are they going to be cheaper? It's actually impossible to do that because you don't know how much the customer is going to go ahead and use. You know, if we get a very hot summer, of course, they're going to use a lot more electricity. If we get a colder winter, they're going to use a lot more gas. Or in some homes, they heat by electricity, but they'll go ahead and use more energy that way. So it's hard to go ahead and calculate how much they're going to go ahead and spend over the next year. What you can do is if they have their historical usage over the previous 12 months, you can kind of determine how much they're going to go ahead and spend, but it's not going to be an accurate number. So please do not say this is how much you're going to spend over the next year. And just understand that the commodity portion is the actual energy portion of the bill. That's what Xoom Energy goes out and secures for the customer. And the utilities, they own the infrastructure. The infrastructure are the gas lines and the poles where the electricity goes through and the gas comes to their homes. So they go ahead and maintain that. And that's why they charge delivery charges. We just go ahead and secure the energy portion for the customers.
Yeah, and when we're talking about you know, the price, we got to touch on pricing. We can't be on here and not talk about pricing. And this is a piece where we talked earlier about we do have those favorable markets that we provide every month to ACN so that you guys know how we're comparing that month to the utility and where we lower. But we want to make sure you guys are setting the right expectations with your customer, because again, we understand that these aren't just some random person you meet on the street. You're never going to see them again, right? This is your brother, your sister, your aunt, your friend. You're going to see all the time. So we want to make sure that we're being upfront and honest with them. So when we're talking about pricing, we're talking about what the pricing is today, because that's what we know. We don't know what pricing is going to be in the future, which is why we cannot guarantee savings. But that's why we have such a variety of plans. So if someone, you know, wants a little bit more flexibility and wants to kind of come and go, that's why we push them to the month to month. But if they really are, you know, they want to lock in their rates and they want to know what that rate's going to be every month, that's why we tend to like that fixed rate product, right? There is a use typically an early termination fee with those fixed rate products. But again, the customer knows what their rate's going to be. Their usage is still going to change every month, right? So in the summer, you're going to use a lot more electricity than you do in the winter. So your bills are going to go up and down, but that rate's going to stay the same. So again, point them to the website. Everything they need is there. Let them see the benefits of all the different plans and then make the choice that makes sense for them. Vince, just got a question. Can we talk a little bit about, Susan's asking, what's the difference between a steady lock product and a sure lock product?
Sure lock. Yeah. Okay. A steady lock product is actually a product that we have available just in a few markets throughout the states that we're in. The steady lock product, what it does is it offers them certain tiers and a set rate that they will pay every single month for the 1 year. I believe it's only a 1 year period that we have. So what it does is if you're enrolled on the steady lock product, we go ahead and once we receive your usage, your historical usage, we put you in a certain tier. It could be as low as $29.99 or as high as $159 a month based on your historical usage. And you fall into that tier and you will pay that amount every single month, regardless how much energy you use. But what happens is if you come to renew the following year, and let's say you decided to open up your windows and just blast your heating, that's fine. You'll still pay that one charge, but then we'll go ahead and take the previous 12 months. And if you did do exactly what I just said, I'm sure you're going to fall into a higher tier. So that's the steady lock product.
And just to jump in a little bit there is sure. That's, again, going back to setting the right expectation. You don't want to just go in there and say, hey, $29.99, and then they find out they really go in the $159.99, right? Because then they've already had a bad experience. So you've set the wrong expectation. So just make sure you're being, upfront with your customer, understanding there are different tiers, and we're going to determine what that tier is for them. But they'll know, and if they're not comfortable with the price, they can always be for that time or change to a different product.
Right. That's why we state even on our site as low as. So it's not, that actual price there. We have different tiers. But yeah, that's our Steady Lock product. The SureLock product just guarantees them that certain rate. Let's take electricity, for example. If we're offering a 1-year product on our SureLock plan, that's 10 cents a kilowatt hour. They're going to get charged 10 cents a kilowatt hour based on times by how much usage they have. So if they used 1,000 kilowatts that month, at 10 cents, they'll get charged $100. So that's going to fluctuate monthly based on usage, but the rate will stay the same. The Steady Lock product, regardless how much they use, they're going to pay that amount. That's the difference between the SureLock and the Steady Lock product.
If it's one question came in the chat regarding Steady Lock, do you know, and I'm not sure if we have an answer here, when it will be available again in Pennsylvania?
No, we're always looking to see where we can expand the product portfolio, but right now we don't have any plans to expand that product. But like I said, we're always looking. Same thing with the Airline Miles product. And we've got some new and other products that we're looking to bring to you guys. But as soon as we're ready to launch those products, we're going to let ACN know, and they'll let you guys know when they're available.
Yeah, those markets that we can offer the Steady Lock product is where the utility actually sends us the customer's usage, and we'll go ahead and send them how much to bill the customer. And those are a few markets, but most markets where the utility just sends us how much they billed the customer based on a rate, we can't offer that Steady Lock product. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, and Jean is asking when Xoom is coming to North Carolina. Well, Jean, we're in North Carolina too, so hello from a fellow Tar Heel sitting here in North Carolina. So right now there are no plans for North Carolina to deregulate. We talked about this a little earlier. We're always looking in markets that we can go into, but right now there's just nothing that's going to be opening up anytime soon. I know our friend Frank from Connecticut is on here, and he was asking about electricity in California. There's no plans right now. They're talking. It's just there's nothing on the immediate horizon that's going to be deregulated. But guys, trust me, we want to be in as many places as we can be. We want to grow our business and help you guys grow yours. So as those markets open up, we're going to be looking at those as well. And like I said, as soon as we know of something that's coming, we're going to let you guys know so that you guys can be the first ones in there. So same thing. I know we're getting Florida, California, for electricity in North Carolina, and right now there's just their plans for those states to open up anytime soon.
Yeah, Jackie, there's another question here regarding the Airline Miles. Do they actually have to have a frequent flyer number already registered?
Yes, so that's a great question because we're going to ask for that when you or the customer enrolls on that. And it's free to enroll on those. So decide if you want to be American or Southwest. Go get your frequent flyer number because we are going to ask you for that during the enrollment process so we can make sure that you get your miles when you sign up.
Perfect.
All right, so we've got, just based on some of the questions we've got coming in, we've got some new folks that have joined us. And I know we're getting close to the end of our time, but Vince, can we kind of talk a little bit about some of the common questions that we see, that we get, these guys might get when they're trying to offer our product to their customers. What are some, I hate to call them objections, but that's kind of what they are. So what are some of I'm going to put some on the screen so you don't have to go completely based on memory, but let's walk through some of these and give these guys some talking points about how they can combat some of the questions they may get.
Yeah, these actually we put together based on what we've been hearing from you, the IDOs, when you actually come to our booth, where some customers will say, well, I've never heard of Xoom Energy. Well, go ahead and direct them to our site to learn more information. And what you can do is also show them what I showed you earlier, if you were here from the start, on some of the rewards that we actually received in our A+ rating on the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. So always direct them to the site and give them that information that I shared with you earlier. Another question that I heard from individuals is, I'm happy with the current provider that I have right now. Well, you know what? Point out the benefits of the plans that we offer. Show them the choices that they have. And very important, share your why. Explain to them that by them enrolling, it's actually helping your business grow. They're helping you.
Yeah, guys, that's really, like, we get this all the time. Like, why should someone do this? Well, the simple answer is, for you guys, it's helping you build your business. This is a product people are already using. There's no change in behavior. No one's brand loyal, right, to their utility company. So that's why this product is such a great one for you guys to really, if you're just getting started with ACN, to start building your business, just get your foot in the door, and like, this is a simple product because everybody's using it. So when you're asking yourself, well, why would anyone do this? Well, they're going to do it because it's the same thing they're getting today. They're just going to be helping you build your business. So that's always number one. You want your friends to support you just like you would support them in something that they want.
Exactly. You're not asking to borrow money or having them babysit your kids, right? Just asking them to help you grow your business, right? So. But yeah, so that's another question. Another one is, I'm already in a contract. Well, that's fine. Ask them when their contract actually expires with their current provider, and reach out to them 30 days prior to their contract ending, and go ahead and offer them or show them the actual rates that we have available out there and plans, and have them choose whether or not they want to stay with their current provider or help you grow your business and switch over to Xoom. Never ever try to force your customers to enroll. Never enroll your customers for them, and never again offer anything to go ahead and have your customers switch over to Xoom. And the last one there is, how does Xoom compare to others? Well, we, unlike the utility, we offer choices and have different plans for the customers to actually choose from. And again, by them actually switching over to Xoom Energy, it's helping you grow your business. And also discuss the extras of switching to Xoom Energy, all the Xoom extras that we talked about. And just understand that we are a stable company, and we do offer a bunch of fixed price plans, which the utilities do not. So these are the four common questions that I've heard that IBOs will come up to the booth and say, hey, I was asked this question, or I was told this by my customer.
No, I think that's these are great to point out. And, I think we always encourage, especially when we're in the booth, IBOs enrolling themselves. So when you become an IBO, you're the greatest testimonial you're ever going to have, right? So if you're in our market, we ask that you give us a try. Sign up, see how simple the process is to enroll. See, that we're making good on our promises, that you're comfortable with the rate, that you're getting the customer experience that you were promised. Because then you can relate that and relay that to your customers, your potential customers. Like I know I hear it all the time. Sign yourself up, because again, you can experience it for yourself.
Yes. Question that I have here, Jackie, that I'm looking at right now is, how can a customer see our fixed rate before they go ahead and switch over? Unfortunately, there's no way to really know that until that month, because we price on a monthly basis. So if they're looking to what is the fixed price going to be next month, we don't know that. Right, so there's really no way for the customers to know what the fixed price is going to be next month, because we don't even know what that price is going to be next month.
Right. All right, I got another video. You want to play another video?
Do it.
All right, here's another new one. Guys, enjoy. So that's another new video that talks about some of the benefits. So when you've got some questions about who we are, what we're all about, that'll give you a quick idea that you can share in your meetings with your other IDOs that will hopefully will help you guys out. So a couple more questions. We've got time for Vince, and then I want to do a couple of just a couple of things we want to touch on before we break here. We got a question here about there are some states or utilities where the price to compare is printed actually on the bill, and Zoom's not always going to be lower. So what do we say to that? How do we combat that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not going to be lower every single month, right? So what you want to do is if your friends or family member is not ready to go ahead and enroll, come back the following month or the month after until we are actually lower than the utility, which, trust me, the market fluctuates daily, even though we price monthly, but the market fluctuates daily. So there are going to be times where we are lower and there's going to be times where we're higher. In a lot of markets right now, when we do send out the favorable markets or competitive markets, we're within 5%. 5%, I don't think from even a $100 bill is a lot of money there. If it's 5%, $5, I mean, for God's sake, that's a cup of Starbucks coffee there. And what are they doing? Helping your business grow, right? And I'm sure you would do the same thing if you knew that one of your family members or friends are actually starting a business and they came for help. Granted, they're not asking for millions of dollars, but if they say, hey, do me this favor and go ahead and switch your service, and it's going to cost you $2 or $3 extra a month, I'm sure you'll be more than willing to go ahead and do that. So, but yeah, always follow back and just see where the rates are that month. Not every time are they going to go ahead and, or not every time are we actually going to be lower than the utility.
Okay, great answer.
So, Jackie, I've got a question here. If you want to go ahead and answer it, what is the difference between Zoom Extras and Zoom Rewards?
Okay, so we get from a lot. So Zoom Extras one is available to everybody and every customer, regardless of what plan you sign up for, and it's a complete loyalty program that we touched on. The online rewards is really more product specific, and it's only available to certain products. And I know it's up in Canada, and then it's in a few other variable month-to-month products in the U.S. And that's a little different, where you get a certain dollar amount that you can use on the online rewards platform. So two very different programs. I know it can get confusing, but Zoom Extra is available to everybody. And you earn points that you can use. And you earn points by signing up for autopay, by renewing your contract, by enrolling. So that Zoom program is for everybody. The online rewards program is really only on certain products, and it's typically in Canada, and then we have it in a few markets in the U.S. And then again, you get reward dollars each month that you're on that month-to-month that you can use specifically on that website.
Perfect. Yeah, I see that question here a couple of times. And again, if we haven't gotten your question, it's only because there's a bunch of questions here, and we're trying to go through them. And I know
we probably missed some as they come in because we've gotten so many. We will go back through the questions, and if you did miss any, you can certainly provide answers to those questions to ACN to pass along. I'm hoping I'm being okay and putting that out there, but we will go through these. Certain people have had specific customer questions. The best way to get those questions answered is to reach out to customer care. If you can chat, You can your customer can send an email, or they can call into the call center. So there's 3 different ways they can contact if they're having a specific problem. Because we can't answer that here because we really need to kind of look into that specific account and see what happened. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to touch on, or at least recap before we lose you. So one, if you hear nothing else tonight, make sure you understand anything you need around Xoom Energy is going to be on AC Encompass under the product page under Xoom Energy. Videos, sales guide, training, that's where you got to start, right? So if you're brand new to ACN or you're brand new to Xoom, the first thing we want you to do is go get trained and accredited, and you're going to find that on AC Encompass. It takes less than 15 minutes. You're going to go through a video. It's going to tell you everything you need to know so you feel good about what you're offering, along with a lot of the do's and don'ts, so you understand how to build your business the right way using this product. Quick questionnaire after you get done. Once you get through that, if you're in the States or if you're up in Canada and you need a badge, you can go right in there and create that badge, and you can print it out right from there. And then you're good to go. After that, you can refer all the customers you can to the website to start building your business. And then once you get those 12 customers, guess what? You're going to get Power Up, the Power Up program. That's another program that we have in place just for IBOs. Again, we partnered up with ACN. Each month, if you have 12 electricity customers or 12 natural gas customers, you're going to get a bonus, and that bonus is going to be the average of all of that customer's commodity portion of the bill. And when we say commodity portion, we mean the Xoom portion of that bill. You're going to get a bonus every month if you have those 12 contract customers. That's a program just for IBOs that we have in place for you guys. All the videos that we showed you tonight, along with a lot more that we have, both customer facing and videos that hopefully you're able to use in your meetings with potential IBOs and your training session. Those are all on Compass as well. Use those, give ACN some feedback. We love putting this stuff together, but we want to make sure we're putting stuff together that you guys can actually use. So let us know what's working for you or what you need. And then the sales guide. That's something brand new. It just got out there today. Again, it's got everything, a huge overview of everything we're doing over here at Xoom, where we service, who we service, all the different plans, all the different programs. It's all going to be in that document. And there's links, there's QR codes to take you out to Compass or the website, videos. It's all going to be in that document. So if you haven't looked at that yet, look at it and let us know what you think about it. Vince or Amy, is there anything that I missed before we tell these guys good night?
The main thing, and you touched on it, make sure that you really understand this Power Up promotion. I mean, Mike Kane even jumped back in and rudely interrupted us about how wonderful this program is. Take it to heart. I mean, to receive commissions is great. But then again, above your commissions, to receive a bonus month after month, it's to me, it's amazing, right? And this has been going on. At first, when we introduced this, we thought it was only going to be like maybe a 3-month promo here, and here we are going on 7-8 years, month after month. Great promo to have out there. Great promo. So that's something I always want to talk about.
So like I said at the beginning, we were so excited when ACN asked us to do this tonight. We miss seeing you guys. We love going to those events. We love being in the booth. We really do miss having these conversations. Like Mike Kane said at the beginning, I wish we could just open the mic and have a conversation, but with 400 plus people, that would be virtually impossible. Thank you for spending some time with us tonight. We hope you learned something. We hope you want us to do this more, because I know we do. We love feedback, like I said, anything that we can do to improve upon. Thank you guys for all you do for us. You are the reason we are here. You are the reason we have been so successful, and we truly, truly, truly appreciate all you do for us. Mike, I don't know if you wanted to say anything before we sign off, but I was going to open up the mic and just let everyone say bye and good night. And
Yeah, we can do that in a second. I just want to thank the three of you. Great job tonight. And, I think everybody learned a lot. I'm getting a lot of text on the sideline, too. I know the chat's been lighting up all night. so great job, and we appreciate how much energy and effort you put into not only tonight, but the three of you and the whole Zoom family has been so important to all of us, and I think that's really felt throughout ACN tonight. So thank you guys, and thank Zoom for us and NRG and all the support that we get. I know May is going to be a really big month. I think we're going to have a great close out of April as well, with the customer acquisition, with the training you went through tonight. Amy, great job with the big business. I mean, everything was really on point tonight. I think you'll all be excited to see. You guys will be excited to see, because I think one of the things about ACN IVOs is we like to pay things back with production. So we can all let them know. But why don't we open up the lines, and everybody that's here can yell a quick hello and a thank you to yourselves, I hope, and say hello to each other. I know we can't see each other tonight. I don't think the videos will open up. But you can open up the lines, and you can all unmute yourselves and say hello. And let's Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. Great much. Thanks, ACN. So much for the information.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Thank you. Thank you. Great training. It was a great congratulations.
Good training. I learned something tonight. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. God
Thank you. No, give it to her for her to put her
Thank you so much, Mr. Kane. We appreciate it.
Rock. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Let's go. Let's go.
you just do it. You know what I mean? Okay, bud. Okay.